Good morning everybody, my name is Crystal. Happy Mother's Day to every mum out there. Mums are hard working, mums are special, and mums, it's Mum's Day today. Treat mum. To all women like myself who are mums and you don't see your children for different reasons, you're still special. Make sure you look after yourself and you treat yourself. Good morning everybody, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Sunday morning and yes, I did remember to put the clocks forward 1 hour at 1 o'clock this morning. The clocks went forward 1 a.m. Sunday morning. I did remember and I actually went to bed early, so I'm fine. I've woken up fine this morning. I was a bit cold when I woke up, now I'm hot, so I'm going to change my sweatshirt when I finish this video. Just made myself a cup of herbal tea. I told everybody that I spent Friday up in London with one of my sons as a Mother's Day treat, and today to me is just a day of rest, and that's what I'm going to be doing, trying to rest today. Herbal tea, lemon and ginger, wake me up in the morning, won't it? Right guys, so I'm going to work you through what went yesterday evening, and then we do the usual Alexa bits and bobs. So yesterday afternoon I had another headache. I think it's the weather, and I came home in the afternoon and I just rested, watched telly, watched a bit of news, just chilled and tried to not to take any notice of the obvious things that go on, and just keep cool, chilled, calm, relaxed and not get cross. However, when I went out in the evening, I'm going out at different times to catch these gang stalkers, these people that do the street theatrics outside, to catch them off guard. And also I want a bit of peace and quiet. I don't like all this heavy stuff, this loud noises, this heavy traffic, this crap that goes on. So I just want a bit of peace and quiet, a bit of different, so I'm going out at different times, and I'm not saying when. It's like when I went up to London, I didn't tell anybody. No, because then they have time to prepare the street theatrics and make your travel experience miserable. So I didn't say anything to anyone, not even my own mother, and it wasn't too bad. If I'd have said to my mum where I was going, it would have been 3 times worse. It really would. I wouldn't have been able to sit down on the train. I wouldn't have been able to have peace and quiet, and it would have been horrible. So I kept my mouth shut. Why did I have a feeling that they knew where I was going in the co-op? Because they were rude to me. The morning I went up to London, the staff were rude to me. They ignored me, and I had to find a member of staff to serve me. And it wasn't only me, there was an old lady stood there struggling through with her shopping. Nobody at the counter. I know it's hard being a shop assistant. There's a lot of thefts going on. There's a lot of bad atmosphere, but not everybody is like that. And as you get older, you find it hard to serve yourself, you know? lots of Morrison's lorries turned up outside. Morrison's. I had Morrison's on Thursday. It's alright, I just heard the noise like beep, beep, beep. Morrison's lorry outside. So I didn't say anything, and it was better. So I went out at a different time yesterday evening, and it was lighter, and I'd had trouble with a guy letting his dog loose. Smashed into Max's face, and he wasn't very interested, couldn't care less attitude. So I thought, right, I never want to bump into you again, especially in the dark. So it was lighter, there wasn't many people about. There was a man on the field looking over at the boats. There was a tent, someone's pitched up a tent on the Rochester Riverside field. Some people do that when they're fishing. Some people haven't, just people move around in tents when they haven't got a home. So there's one man on the field looking over at the water, and then the cathedral spire was lit up orange for some reason. There is a reason for it, and it's on Facebook if anyone's interested. So I took a few photographs of the cathedral spire and I put it on my Facebook. I'm a resident of Rochester, and people share photographs of the cathedral, the castle, and all different places. So it's of interest to me, and I think it's of interest to other people when you share photographs. So I kept quiet, so I came home, came into my flat, and at that stage, next door and upstairs was quiet. Wasn't too bad. And then I thought, I'm so tired. I've got it. When I went up to London, I was walking everywhere on my feet, and I was so tired. I felt like falling asleep in the afternoon. So yesterday, I just came home from a walk with my dog, and I just dressed straight into my pajamas. Just me old comfortable Jimmy Jams. That's what I did. And you know what happens when you dress in your Jimmy Jams, don't you? Someone knocks on the bloody door. And my fault, my bad, but I was recovering from about 3 or 4 cluster headaches over a couple of days. I just wanted to rest on my sofa, and I sat down, and it was 8 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock. And I don't really order from Amazon. And I was sat down, I was relaxed, and the buzzer went, and I didn't hear it at first, and Max started barking, and I thought, who the fuck is that? I goes, it's in the world of street theatrics and gang stalking, they do nasty stunts. They're nasty cunts, and they do nasty stunts, right? I'm a mum, and I'm getting older, and I just want to sit down and rest. So nasty cunts, nasty stunts. They could have delivered this item Monday. They could have delivered it Saturday with the rest of the stuff. No, they decided to get a young man, not like what my son's age are and what they look like, but my sons don't smoke. So they decided to get a guy in his 20s to ring my buzzer in orange fluorescent, like the bin men wear. So I just wasn't in the mood for it. I thought, no, not today. He was at my buzzer puffing on a fag.
and he was like showing off with it. I thought, number one, I'm not going to go downstairs and get a parcel from someone who's huffing and puffing on a cigarette. I've had massive headaches. The smoke's going to go up my nose and make me feel sick. I thought, right, it can wait. It can wait. It can wait till another time. I'm not in a hurry for it. It's only a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt. I'm not in a hurry for a t-shirt. It only cost me about £3 or £4. It's just a t-shirt. I mean, I was sitting there acting like, oh, fuck off. Just wasn't in the mood for it. And I was in my pyjamas. And this is a block of 15 flats. And to get my parcel, I've got to go downstairs in my Jimmy Jams. And I thought, no, not today. Not today. He went back off in his white van. And I had a message later on saying that they're trying to deliver it again. I just didn't feel like it last night. I'm sorry, I just wanted to rest. I just didn't want the hassle. But there you go. It started off next door and upstairs. Because I think both their kids are autistic. So it sounds like someone was kicking a football this morning. Kicking a football about. Before this Morrison's delivery guy came, next door sounded like they were kicking a football against my kitchen wall this morning. But it's 8:30, so it doesn't matter. Whoever's doing this to me is a bit wicked. It's really not nice to do that to a woman, a female. I've gone through a lot, and you know, it'd be nice if someone did something nice for a change instead to wind me up and make me cross. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. But I just take things in my stride now. I take things coolly, calmly, and I just walk out. I walked out into the hallway when it got bad last night. I just walked out into the hallway and I counted to 10, did some deep breathing, and when these people realise you're not going to react to their crap, it stops. It does. But I told you, these neighbours are doing things for a reason. They know what's going to happen, they're told, and they try and make my life a misery. Because before this lorry came, it's Mother's Day, don't forget, children are going to go and visit their mum, families are going to visit their mum. I went out on Friday. I could have gone out today. I chose to go out Friday. I could have gone out today with all the hustle and bustle, with all the shops packed and full, and all the kids everywhere. And I decided not to, and I think it was a better decision. Right? I'm quite happy. It's my mum and her behaviour that has given me a bit of, it's made my mind a bit fucked. The way my mum is treating me, her daughter, is making my mind a bit of a mess. And the things she was saying over the telephone, I mean, I don't want to have anything to do with it, and I've got to get myself better again. Before I went round to my mother's flat, got a spiel of speech, and before the delivery guy came Thursday, when I was really, really sick in the evening, she was spouting a load of cobblers, as my dad would have called it. Why are you spouting rubbish about Priscilla Presley and Elvis? I don't want to hear it. It makes me feel ill. It's like a reeled off speech. It's bananas. It's bad enough when I go outside and I've got this incessant male coughing, female coughing, and it was a joke, right? I've had enough of it. I said it in a TikTok video that people were coughing to try and gain my attention. Now when I go outside, I don't even look round. It's a joke. Got some Mother's Day balloons from North London. Got some Mother's Day balloons. So I'm going to blow 2 balloons up for Mother's Day. So I can see you looking at me, Harry. I think they're decent balloons. I haven't blown up these sort of balloons before. These are new on me. These have come from London, these balloons. $2.99 for 6 of them. And there's 2 colours. There was this nice dusky pink colour and there's this light pink one here. So, happy Mother's Day to all mums. You're all special. Right, Alexa. Happy Mother's Day.
Good morning, Crystal. You too.
Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1853, Vincent van Gogh was born. In the last decade of his life, he created 2,100 pieces of artwork, including sunflowers and the Starry Night. Yet it wasn't until after his death that he became famous.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 8:55 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Sunday, the 30th of March.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
In Rochester, it's 11 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather, with a high of 16 degrees and a low of 3 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Today my hairdresser gave me a bad haircut, but I think it'll grow on me.
And Alexa, who was born on this day? Alexa, what celebrities were born on this day?
This day's famous birthdays include English musician, singer, songwriter and guitarist Eric Clapton, Canadian recording artist, singer Celine Dion, American singer-songwriter Tracy Chapman, American actor, producer, screenwriter and director Warren Beatty, and actress Simone Ashley.
Right guys, so I guess it's another day with kids bouncing footballs around everywhere and being noisy, but I'm just going to get on with the rest of my day. Just trying to spoil Mother's Day, which is cruel and wicked, but never mind. I don't think like that. I don't retaliate. I'm just going to keep my mind on my business, do what I've got to do, and if they think that's the way to behave, that is wrong, but there you go. Spiteful and nasty and horrible. I don't know. It's been going on for ages, various different addresses. When you leave somebody, whether it's an ex-partner, an ex-husband, and you get the courage and be the strength to be yourself. Some people don't like it, so they retaliate and take revenge because they're small-minded and petty. You know, partners use children as weapons. You can't see your kids because your ex is holding on to them, is poisoning them with lies, and you know, I can't do anything. I had a wonderful Mother's Day on Friday, you know, and that's all that matters. As for my mum, she's stuck in her ways. She likes to do things her way. She told me not to come up today. I saw my mum a few days ago. It's been documented. And I making sure I'm safe, because I'm sure my mum isn't very well and she's not being looked after properly, and she has these beliefs and the things she says that don't make sense to me, but they make sense to her, so I'm just leaving my mother to it. But I'm not making myself ill by listening to what she's saying. And when somebody covers themselves, saturates themselves in perfume, luckily for me, I haven't got a breathing problem. My dad had COPD and heart failure, and I am Derek's daughter, and I don't have heart failure and COPD, but they are still mad and are trying to harm me. So I have to protect myself from lunatics, basically. Loonies. What they don't realise is that they're harming themselves. Drugs is a kind of toxin. It's poisonous to the body. So taking drugs means stinking yourself out with perfumes isn't doing your health any good. So I mean, they're only going to harm themselves in the long run. And nobody knows the effects of vaping. We know that cigarettes can cause lung disease and cancer, and can affect, passive smoking can affect other people, children, family members, and you know, I don't smoke, so I don't pass on these things to anybody when I go outside. And people are still wearing COVID masks, and I'm going to get mine out. See you later.